IFSC Para Climbing Comp of the Year. We are here to witness some of the best para athletes in the world pit their wits against the routes that we see in front of us. And as we gear up and get ready to go, it's going to be an exciting end to our IFSC season. If you're joining us from around the world, well, welcome to France. This is the location of the the Olympic qualifier way back in the day when the athletes were competing on boulder. Now we have our giant lead wall in front of us, and these routes, as you can see, are winding their way up the very center of our wall with our sponsor logo, Trango, in the forefront, providing all of the equipment that you will see in front of you here tonight. And you can see this giant wall-like feature, those huge tufa-like structures sticking out from under the undercling there as we wind our way up towards the top of the wall. And what is a very long route, small crimps at the top, heading towards the final hold. And there is the top indicated on your screen, as you can see. So these finals being split over 2 days here tonight. Instead of our usual one mammoth session, you can see AL, AU, RP, all of our categories as per normal out there on the wall. So in a couple of minutes we will get started here. We're just waiting for the athletes to be prepared, and I might be joined by a co-commentator at some point. We're just trying to sort out some issues here, but I'm hoping that very soon I can actually hear Sebastian in the background there talking to me. Sebastian, I don't know if you can hear me, but hello mate, hope you're good. So as you can see, this wall with the speed on the left-hand side, the lead wall right in the centre of proceedings, and our crowd has gathered here. And there's a great atmosphere in the stadium, as you can hear, as our athletes get prepared and get ready to compete here this evening. And as per usual, we will have our winners crowned here, gold, silver and bronze. And here is our starting lifts. Men's RP3. Jamie Bardek qualifying it down in last place. He'll climb first out, and then Tadashi Takano coming out last here from Japan. The athletes qualifying the other day. And then women's RP3. Marina Diaz, fresh off the back of that World Championship gold medal. She'll be competing up against some pretty strong competition. 2 German athletes making it through, and Charlotte as well joining her. And then Bence Kerkes from Hungary, the top qualifier here. And Dominic Geiser from Switzerland as well, the absolute legend. We've seen him so many times on the World Cup stage. Moving on to women's RP2. Shira Kavina, Megan Gleeson, Matteo Futahashi and Jasmine Plank, of course. And again, these names familiar to you who have watched speed climbing many, many times before. Jasmine Plank, one of the legends of the sport as well, of course. Well, the flags are out on the front of our stadium. Lovely display there, well choreographed by the French organisers here in Laval, France. Laval, a small city just outside of Paris. As this opening ceremony kicks off, a reminder that this is the final paraclimbing competition of the season. We've had quite a few this year, going from Salt Lake to Innsbruck, the world champs, of course, in Seoul, and now here in France. And here come the athletes to be presented to our audience.
Mat.
As we can see, scrolling down the list of our athletes right now. There is Dominic in the middle. The athletes waiting, looking a little bit nervous. Some of them trying to contain themselves here. Waiting and absorbing these crowd atmosphere in our stadium. And this is a great moment to celebrate with everyone, because obviously they've been working hard training for these moments. Superman moment. Athletes, of course, split into different categories. The classifiers working hard to make sure the athletes are in the correct categories. And now they file off, getting ready to begin. And they'll be going to the warm-up area behind the stage, getting themselves ready for these last couple of seconds of preparation before they face the walls in front of them here tonight. So, as the stage is cleared, the lights will flood the arena, making sure that things are nice and bright for them. Make sure that everyone can see as much as possible, of course. And these shots provided by our camera team on the ground, making sure that we cover all of the action here tonight. As our next categories are introduced right now. And a reminder for everyone that there's two competitions going on at the same time. We have a competition in Fukuoka, Japan, which is a Masters style event. It's been taking place all weekend, and although there's a paraclimbing comp there as well, this is where the World Cup attention is focused right now as we look at the AL2, AU2 and Women's AU3 categories. And the paraclimbing world, of course, will move forward to the Olympics in a couple of years. It was a fantastic inclusion by the IFSC, Marcus Glaris, the IFSC president, working hard behind the scenes to make sure that that all went to plan. There's an awful lot of Superman poses going on for Team Japan. I think there's some kind of an inside joke happening here. A nice, relaxed atmosphere in the stadium. There's Thierry Delarue, who has won absolutely everything there is to win in these competitions, one of our most experienced members of the squad here. And he'll be looking to add another medal to his collection if he possibly can. So the athletes will leave the stage once more, the flag bearers in the background as well, and that will signal the beginning of this competition as they leave. In a couple of minutes, the belays will come on. And just a reminder of the athletes who have qualified for this stage in the competitions now in the men AL2 category. We saw Thierry Delarue just now. David Kramer, one to watch as well. And Team Japan, of course, heavily represented here. So the observation period took place before our broadcast, and this is a moment for the athletes to check out the routes and try to work out what exactly is going on up there on the wall. The sight guides, if they have sight guides, will be looking on and checking, making sure that they know as much as the athletes. Of course, binoculars are out as the athletes try to figure out the different sequences and movements through these routes. You can see our camera teams are moving around the athletes, and this is always an interesting time to look at who's talking to who's trying to figure out the different sequences. And more so than any other aspect of climbing, it's important for para because of the impairments. Some athletes in the same category might have different impairments, so for example missing a left or a right leg, and that makes a huge difference to how they climb the routes. Exactly how they take on the routes, and as part of the route setter's job is to try to create routes that will work for everyone, but you can imagine how difficult a job that is. One last look at these beautiful routes that curve their way up this wall. Now, if you fancy checking it out, we did a special World Climbing Club that I climbed one of the AL category routes that is basically campusing my way up, just to show you guys how difficult it actually was. And you can watch that for free on YouTube if you'd like to see it. One of the many features that we bring to you from these World Cup events, interviews behind the scenes, special features and more. And these giant green volumes, a few yellow jibs, they're fairly well hidden here, but as you can see, some giant features on this wall, and these big volumes are very, very testing for the athletes. As you can see, they're going to have to wrestle their way through these sequences all the way up to that top hold there. The top rope system used for paraclimbing, slightly different for the able-bodied competition, ensuring maximum safety for our athletes, but it does require some pretty difficult belaying and different belaying techniques. from the Netherlands, we start things off. So we are underway from our two sets of athletes here. Jamie Badek on the left-hand side, Lena Schulek on the right. Both athletes climbing through that lower section of the route. Men's RP3 is Jamie Badek there. And on the left-hand side, women's RP3. Women's RP category. The neurological or physiological impairment. And then same thing for Jamie on the right. Jamie Badek crossing through, hitting that right pinch well. Lena Schulek from Germany, she reaches up into this big tufa-like section on the roof, having to power quickly through this sequence now. Jamie Badek, meanwhile, is on the head wall section, crossing under a great inside flag in order to cross through, hit the right hand, and then unwind into the giant ball. And finding a right hand as well. He flicks the right foot out, comes through. Keep an eye on Lena Schulek on the left-hand side as she starts this little traverse section over to the left. Shouldery moves here from her. She presses that face into the wall and wraps the hand in underneath. Very, very precise with her feet right now. She just finds her way around that rope. Jamie Badek, meanwhile, on the right-hand side, hanging off, resting for a second. There are 4 men in Jamie's category. This RP3 category. Little adjustments with the right hand here as he then makes a big step up. And this is where things get very physical for him. He's going to have to hold the barn door. Lena, meanwhile, doing a bit of a sort of a layback here, locking off that right arm. She tries to find perhaps a palm down left. That's what she's looking for. She's in trouble. She falls. Lena is out with 2 minutes 55 on the clock, and then 3:09 for Jamie Badek as he reaches up high. Right hand opening up as he crosses onto the crimp. Jamie falls as well. So 2 done. Jamie Badek setting a very good high point there on the wall as he comes down, and he's looking pumped and happy as he hits the deck. And we'll have our next rotation through here. Yeah, so talking about the classification period, this takes place before the competition starts. The classifiers check the athletes, they assess everything, and then the athletes are placed into the various different categories that they'll compete in here tonight. Next up for the men will be Jordi Cruz Gomez on the right-hand side for Spain. And for the women will be Laura Neskembli from Germany. She's underway as well. Up she comes towards the side pole, finds some small feet, resting throughout these sequences right now. Twisting, turning maneuvers as she finds these side pulls. You can see it matching on these precise crimps here. Puts the heel hook in, and then meanwhile there is the Spanish athlete Jordi, who is underway. And then Laura, careful with those feet as she hits the angle change as well. Quick, snappy climbing from her at the moment. Looking good as the left hand finds what is a good jug here. She could take a moment to shake in this sequence, chooses not to. Meanwhile, Jordi Cruz Gomez up high above his head. Jordi now crosses through again onto these what are quite nasty pinches. We'll want to move through them, and this is the tricky section for Laura on the left hand side as well. She shakes that hand off. And this section is such a cool feature set by the route setters here. She's got toes locked in underneath as well. A great toe hook, switches that left hand into a heel hook as she brings those legs up, and then a boosty move up and right here as she makes the match. And then rocks up slowly, pressing down with that palm, stretches that left hand. This is good work from Laura here. Stands up tall and then reaches in underneath as she crosses through. That was a fantastic sequence through that roof. Jordi on the right hand side with 4:04 to go. He boosts left. Little adjustments with his feet as he squats down on that right leg. And flies out. That sloper though is such a nasty hold he fell on then. You could see the hand sliding down just about out of reach for him. We stick with Laura then. She finds a small jib with the right foot, chalking up right up there on the head wall. And what is this giant slab-like feature that cuts across the wall towards that HBO Max sounds? Searches around for that red crimp. Of course, she's got nothing for the left hand. And then palming off with the left here as she crosses out and makes another pinch here. That thumb in action as she brings up the right foot, crosses in with the left hand. And this really is a business end of things right now. Squatting down on that left foot now as she looks out left, searching around for another hold. Pressing, little bit of a grimace. She falls off down and backwards, slaps her thighs in frustration, but I think that might be near the high point for Laura there. And then our next climber underway on the right hand side of the screen. About a third of the way through here. From Belgium, this is Camille Collier. Tries to find the left foot, reaches up into the pinch, and Camille climbing nice and quickly there as he does this cross through again here and then comes into this kind of elevator door style move as he matches, snatches left. And you can see as he hits these crimps, hits the pinches now, lovely foot sequences with those drop knees as he searches for the right way through this section. Looking at Charlotte Andrew on the left-hand side. Yes, there is Charlotte Andrew on the left. Got to be careful here for Charlotte as well, but let's have a look at Camille, who's in up into a very, very, very high right heel hook then as he comes into that left hand, drops it down, but that swing was enormous as he manages to catch it, finds the ball with his left hand, and now he hits the slope. And now this move has caught out a lot of people. He's got his fingers locked in and looped. And then he's almost going to sit down here on this volume as he presses in, reaches high up above his head. That was a great sequence, but now in some trouble. Keep watching Charlotte Andrew, but then Camille drops out of shot. But what a climb for him, and that should leave him in the top spots here. Charlotte Andrew, meanwhile, she hits the head wall change, but that enormous roof looming above his head, above her head. And she will stand and rest for a moment on these white holds. So, Charlotte Andrew comes up into this horizontal feature that crosses through, bringing her feet up, tiptoeing on these small crimps here as she finds some kind of a way through, and you can just imagine how much core she's got to use on this. We had toe hooks before. She's now just using toes to make her way through. No hooks and no heel yet. Perhaps she'll want to crack in this left heel, but she finds the crimp with the right hand and then moves her own leg up onto that heel hook. And then a big boosty move out right again for her as she enters this next section of the wall. Up she comes onto the swathe of the head wall now. That roof behind her as she moves through. Charlotte Andrew pushing head into the wall here, really fighting as she crosses in underneath and then hits this crimp. And this is a resting position we've seen a few people in this position here. You can see just the side of her palm pressed against that crimp, and then finds the undercling underneath, and again another press in for her as she looks up. Come on, Charlotte, being encouraged. And I think underway will be Tadashi. Yes, there is Tadashi Takano on the right-hand side here. He will lean back, chalk up, as he tries to find some kind of a placement for his route as well. Doing well, the final climber on the men's RP3 side. Boosty move up as he hits the right hand. Some pretty awkward moves for him. Big kick out with the left hand side. Charlotte Andrew, meanwhile, being precise with her feet as she starts to move over to the left. Charlotte Andrew falls. And Tadashi will wrap that right hand over the top of the ball here, shaking out the hands. Looks back down at the audience just to check his time, and he has got plenty of it. 3 minutes 18 on the clock. He lays back on that arm, finds the left hand now into the business end of this route, and this will be the gold medal for Tadashi Takano here. And he's looking stronger and stronger with every move he does. Doesn't seem to be having any problems with his sequence, but now an issue. And as I said it, commentator curses. He falls, lowers back down to the ground for him. But I think that's enough for the gold medal. We'll wait for confirmation. So Marina Diaz underway for Team Brazil now. This is Marina Diaz from Brazil. And we know that she's had such a fantastic season so far. And there is Marina Diaz as she crosses through now. So Marina enters the roof section right now. Crossing through on these arms once more from Marina Diaz. The final athlete out on women's RP3 final. And Lara Nescombi with 45 is the high point to beat on this wall. So Germany guaranteed at least a silver medal here. Great Britain guaranteed at least a bronze. Lena Scholeg in the bronze position could be in some trouble. So Marina Diaz, up she goes. Dominic Geisler, meanwhile, is underway on the right-hand side of the screen. And Tadashi Takano did win for men's RP3. Dominic Geisler. Yeah, apologies about the technical issues we're having here. I'm trying my best to keep up with what's going on. We are having some issues here, but we are trying our best. Marina Diaz, can she get to that new high points? And Dominic Geisler, the first athlete out for men's AU3 category. That AU3, the upper limb impairments. And Dominic crossing through, unwinding out. And Marina Diaz approaching the top now. This should be the gold medal for her, I think. Certainly on my results, it's looking that way. Up she goes. Yes, she's moved up to 50 now. So 45 was Laura's score. Marina Diaz on 50 at the moment. And Dominic Geisler, of course, the first athlete out. Marina Diaz will fall, but it's enough for the gold medal, and that is another one to add to her collection after that the sole gold medal she won. Dominic underneath now as he shakes out, finds a left hand. Chalking up all the time here. And look how precise he is with his feet. This is the kind of experience that we like to see from our veteran athletes, not getting phased by the intensity of this route. But look at how far he has to go still on these blue and yellow holds here. Nice bump up, misses the dish though with a big throw up with the right hand. He's back down to the ground with 3 minutes 14 on the clock. And Dominic, the first athlete out on Dominic, the first athlete out for men AU3. Dominic Geisler with that 28 plus score. A strong showing from him. So, Chiara Cavina underway on the left-hand side. Bruno Lungiet on the right. The second athlete out here. And Chiara Cavina. For the women. Dominic Geisler with that 28 plus is what Bruno Lungiet has to try to beat here. So, Chiara up with the right hand. Bruno really struggling here as he just about finds that left fit. And then this is the boost up with the right hand. Huge swing from Bruno there. As he locks off that left hand, comes into the undercling with the right. And trying to force a drop knee into that position, but he falls fairly early on that route. His comp done for now. Chiara onto the white sloper. Chiara at 22. Chiara shaking out. First athlete out. 22 is her score at the moment. Bruno's 25 plus, leaving him below Dominic Geis's high point of 28 plus. Chiara stretches up with the left hand. She shakes out hard now, finds that left wrap around in this women's RP2 category. She cut loose wildly underneath that roof, somehow manages to get those feet back on, but that was a heck of a moment for her. And now doing what is a full pull-up and a left heel hook here as she finds the right. Makes the match, and then she's up with the left hand as well. Snatches on and makes the match again from her. She plummets off the wall eventually, but that is a good first score for her. Wait for the scores to be updated. The 34 plus is her high point, and that is going to take some beating for sure there. And then Mason Kirk, 28 plus is the score he's trying to beat here. We've watched this route a few times. It's very interesting the different ways it has been climbed and is being climbed at the moment. He's got a big left toe hook in underneath, switches the hands down, and then he stretches up to the left hand, brings the feet through, and it's going to be another big move out with that right hand for him. Flicking that left hand down. Mason Kirk looking in absolute control here. Very, very good climbing. Puff of his cheeks though as he finds that left hand pinch. As our camera cuts in, you really get to see the overhang on this wall. It's pretty brutal, but he falls on that big throw up as well. Right, where's that going to leave him on the scores here? And we're still waiting for the confirmation of those results here. I think it was round about where Dominic got to on that score. So that could leave him in a very good position in order to do this. And now it comes in, and yes, 28 plus, exactly the same score as Dominic. So countback will jump him ahead there. Fantastic work from him. Right, Megan Gleeson is underway for the USA. She's got a 34 plus high point to aim for. And 5 minutes 31 on the clock for her. You can see that top rope system in action now. One trailing down to the ground, one going up through the top. Multitasking system. So Megan, careful work. She works her way through. Right, underway is pretty sure we're seeing Bruce Kirks here from Hungary. Bence Kirk, sorry, not Bruce. Can't read your name. Apologies about that, Bence. Bence Kirks from Hungary, the top qualifier for men's AU3. And then Megan Gleeson shaking out, resting her way through the route. And she finds the big, juggy sloper above her head here. And then Bence Kirks bumps that right foot down super, super low here as he tries to adjust and work out this sequence here. He's gone back and forth a few times here. Has another cheeky look out left, trying to search for some kind of a jib on that sequence. Now we see a better shot of this as he crosses through. Yeah, he was just having a long look around the corner there, trying to search those holds. Meanwhile, Megan Gleeson also back and forth, a little bit hesitant on this next section. And then Megan Gleeson, stretches, can't find a hold. There is a left hand to be had. And look, we lose Bence Kirks as well. That's low, and I think that means Mason Kerr is going to take the overall win for that score. So we stick with just Megan. Megan falls as well. Right, where's that going to leave her? We wait for these results to come and be updated. And 21 leaves her underneath the 34 plus. As we have our resets. Athletes leaving the stage will come back on in a couple of minutes here. Okay, so the reset will come, and I'm trying to get some updated results here. System being a little bit slow, but yes, Bence Kirks 21 plus leaves in. So Mason Kirk guaranteed confirmed for the gold medal. Dominic Geiser in silver, and then Bruno Lungrit in bronze medal position there for him. And then Matoi Futohashi is underway for Team Japan on the left. She's got 34 plus. Chiara Kavina coming out and setting a cracking score here for women's RP2 category. And remember, the RP category is the neurological or physiological impairment. So, Matsui Fujiyashi underway, holding off, crossing through on these big ones. Jessie Speed, meanwhile. He starts his journey up. You can see that lower limb impairment there on the left-hand side. Matoi doing well as she just cruises her way through. Good work from Jessie Speed. Matoi, we lose her on the wall though. I said she was cruising. She suddenly stopped cruising on that one. And that will leave her in provisional silver place though. Good, with just Jasmine Plank to go. So she's guaranteed a medal with that performance. Jessie, breathing hard from Canada, finds that left hand. This AL2 category, a big category, 6 climbers in action for them, 6 qualifying through, and the number of oh, he falls. Yes, the number of athletes really depends on the amounts who have qualified in from qualification, also the amount of athletes just competing here. That was his first run out, so we'll wait and see exactly where that leaves him. And there is Jasmine Plank underway, the only one who can make a difference to this score. And Jessie Speed's 23 plus on the system here. So what can Jasmine Plank do? 34 plus is needed on the top. Jasmine, just one of those athletes year after year. She seems to be getting stronger and stronger as she goes. Unbelievable how she keeps going. He has got a long way to go here on this sequence. Jasmine Plank with the heel hook in. She crosses through, finds that left palm. Up onto the dishes above her head, looks for the foot placement, looks right, makes some adjustments from Jasmine Plank. She moves up now into bronze medal position, pushing Megan Gleeson down into 4th place, her 21 compared to Jasmine's 22. And then Hiromi Ono underway, the second athlete out from Team Japan. He stretches up into this pinch-like feature, and you can see that left impairment dragging its way up the wall. All that trust on his right foot. Meanwhile, Jasmine Plank, she's made her way through the roof now. She makes a big bump out with the right hand, and she's moved into the gold medal with that one. So 35, jumps above Chiara Cavini's 34 plus. And Jasmine Plank makes some adjustments here. Meanwhile, Hiromi Ono on this sequence that's caught so many athletes out here tonight finds the left hand, got to cross deep in underneath with that impairment, tries to find some kind of a placement for that foot. And up into the pinch from him as he makes some adjustments here. big move needed, though. Another huge boost. How has this man got the shoulders for it? Jasmine Plank, meanwhile, nice and steady on this traverse out over to the left. 2 minutes 55 on the clock for her. Hiromi falls eventually, coming into what is a tiny crimp on that underclink. And that leaves him, though, in the top spot, 24 plus for him. And Jasmine Plank goes, gold medal guaranteed for her, that 35. What a performance and what a score from the Austrian. So, another set. Lots of athletes to go for men's AL2. And then Jasmine Plank winning, of course, and sealing that. So for Jasmine Plank, 35. Chiara Kavina gets 34 plus with silver. Matoi Futahashi third with 32 plus. I don't know if you can hear Sebastian there, but I can hear Sebastian. So guys, if you are listening to me, we can hear you. So, next athletes getting sorted out and clipped in. I think this could be Michele Maggioni here from Italy. Yes, it is, as he just does up that climbing chute. So, Michele Maggioni on the right-hand side, Caroline Herberli on the left from Germany. Caroline, the first athlete out. Meanwhile, from men's AL2. Michele back and forth to try to get the starting position. He went all the way left there for a second. I think he just slightly misread the beginning of that route. Luckily managed to find his way through it. You can see the left limb impairment there for Caroline. She's going to have to really wrap that stump around in underneath. Finds quite a good resting position for her, though. She had on the right, trying to find nice high feet. And again, that impairment, some athletes choosing to use it, others not so much. He crosses his way through, finds that left foot, stamps that down. That's a good resting position from him. As he comes up into another pinch, got to be careful of the rope. We zoom in now on Caroline Herber's face here. She twists that left foot in. Caroline rests, finds that right hand. Michele Maggioni, he comes up. That's the undercling that's caught out so many people, but he does it well. Falls now. Let's see where that leaves him. Third athlete out, of course, so we won't know the full story of here yet. The score's still updating as we wait. And Caroline Herber finds or tries to find a massive right foot. There's a blocker on the bolt where her right shin is. Doesn't want to trust that. Does want to trust the right foot though. But this is going to be a massive rock over and up here as she heads towards the roof. Little bump onto what is a jug, but of course that impairment, not the easiest thing. And she reaches back and smiles at the crowd, wanting them on her side, and she is the focus of her attention right now. And Michelle, by the way, did jump up into the top spot, 25, just about beating Hiromi Ono's 24 plus. So he's in the gold medal provisional position with 3 to go on men's AL2 category. And look at this tenuous stuff. She's leaning fully back, tries to find her left heel now, wraps that left arm around, finds the right hand. Breathing deeply. She tries to make little adjustments as well here, finding the massiveness of this moment. But look at this sequence. It's a blocked crimp through here. Somehow she's getting some purchase on that impairment, but it's not really going to be enough. Tiptoes those fingers up onto the jug. And from here, she might be able to swing those legs out, cut loose for a second and hold on. Right, so what can she do in this position? She does find the right. This corner-like feature will allow her to bridge if she can just move those feet up. She's trying to check out the crimps on the left-hand side of the screen here. Looks left, looks under. Where's she going to be? She's going to pop for the undercling. I think she does. She falls. That's a good stall from Caroline Herby there. And meanwhile, Erko Carmona is underway for Team Spain on the right-hand side. And Caroline with a score of 35 plus for her. That's the new high point. So Erko crossing in underneath. He bumps that right foot up. He's choosing not to use a prosthesis on the leg. And as we've discussed many times on these streams before, it's up to the athlete's choice whether they do that or not.
So hello, Matt. Can you hear us?
Hello, Sebastian. How you doing?
Yes, we are live. I'm together sitting here with Melissa Ruiz, and you know, I think there was something wrong with time zones calculation because you're on the other side of the world right now, right?
Possibly in Japan, yes, Sebastian. Doing my best to kind of keep track of what's been going on. So, Sebastian, what's been your impression of this so far? Some tricky routes out there, eh?
Indeed, indeed. I got all the infos from the route setters so far, and on the right, the men's route, 70 plus more or less, with a very strong start, and then heading into a pretty route reading section where Oka is going to start now. And as we saw before, it's really key that you read it the correct way, that you don't end up with the wrong hand at the end. And yeah, let's see how Oko does on this tricky section.
Yeah, exactly. Here, of course, not using that prosthetic, and he's got some pretty high point. 25 he's got to try to beat on this. And this next move, this sequence here, is really hard. He finds the right hand this time.
So Orko now being, he took a little break from competition climbing in the past years, but he's now back on his way, focusing for LA 28. And Orko, by the way, he is a legend. He was climbing already in the very first paraclimbing World Championship 2011 in Arco. So he's one of the oldest and well-known and experienced climbers on the whole circuit.
I get told off for being saying old as Sebastian. I think we're meant to say veterans, aren't we? He's a veteran of the circuit here.
He's a veteran. Oh yes.
And then Siloe Tetaz on the left-hand side. She's got a 35 plus, and Carolyn, what a score from her, eh? 35 plus. That was impressive from the German athlete.
And by the way, I'm joined here in the commentary box by Melissa Ruiz, who's sitting next to me.
Hi, hey Melissa, how are you doing? Can you hear me and speak as well?
I can hear you. I think I can speak. Can you hear me?
Wonderful. I can just about hear you, Melissa. That's great to hear.
Perfect.
All right, so Erko finds that right hand. Little adjustments. He's fighting hard. Silhouette reaching up above her head, trying to find something here.
The route setter said it's a very tricky feet section below the roof there. You have to sort carefully with the options you have in order to position best for the little horizontal roof section there. Uke is taking a little pause there, trying to orientate there. The man's route on the right is pretty straightforward there, but very, let's say, strong, demanding moves there.
Yeah, and he's resting now, trying to sort of work out this next sequence of hull. But look at Silhouette. And this roof, Sebastian, and when you weren't here, I was talking endlessly about this roof, but it's such a huge feature on this Laval wall, isn't it?
Oh, yes, indeed. It's a nice little stalactite. Maybe they tried to rebuild there.
It looks amazing. It looks really hard, but everyone was making really good work of it.
Oh, yes, they did. So, Melissa, how was
Yes.
your qualification going so far?
It
You
went-
climbed today earlier.
I climbed today. My category was the first one out, so we were here at like 6:30 in the morning. Went great. I topped one of my routes for the first time.
Nice.
And then my second route, I actually timed out at the very top, so that happened. But we won.
Sorry, guys, listen
So
to the
let's-
power screams. Can you hear that from Team Spain over there?
Yeah, no, they're always so supportive of each other. They're so loud. I love it.
I mean, Orko, just 1.5 minutes to go left on the
Yeah.
clock, and he's nearing now this powerful headwall section, which will end with an elevator door move there to the top. So,
Oh, he's
Orko,
so close.
show
Come
us
on,
the top
Urko.
roof. Come on.
Yes, Urko, come on. Oh, you can hear that crowd.
No!
Oh, he just missed it.
Almost.
So close.
Well, Orko, what a strong performance.
Yeah, that was good work
Can be
from
so
him
proud.
there.
So strong.
Exactly.
So on the left,
Silhouette's still going.
Silhouette, yeah, she managed to pass the roof, and 2 minutes 45 left on the clock. Trying to take a little rest there. And now seeing we have their very technical, tricky section.
Yeah, can she figure this out with her now? Like, where is she gonna put her other hand?
Yeah, she has got to
Yes,
wrap that
good,
hand
there
around,
it
doesn't she?
is.
Look at this.
Yeah, she can't really find the little chip, but she didn't need it anyway. She got right past it. This part's a little harder. I was seeing people fall around here earlier. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, she does fall there.
She made great work of that though. Good for her. She should be so proud of that.
Okay, so she is down. Let's have a little update of the scores, shall we? So that ends her in 42, so provisional goal position here. 4 athletes in this category. So she's not guaranteed a medal quite. No, she is guaranteed a medal, sorry. So Silhouette will be walking away with just a bronze.
At least.
At least, exactly.
So
Good for
let's
her,
see
you
how
know,
the
she's
others
happy.
perform on that route. Eleonore Rubin and Lucia Capovilla still to come on the route on the left. Meanwhile, we are waiting on the right for the next one from Erdu. David Camara now approaching the wall from Team Italy. He qualified second in the qualifying session earlier this morning. Won a gold medal last year. So we see what he's going to show here.
Yeah, exactly. So he approaches the wall now. He's got a big 45 to try to get over. Urko way out in front with that run. 25 is the nearest high point for that category. And Eleanor Rubin on the left-hand side. So, Eleanor Rubin, with 6 minutes on the clock, we'll just wait here. She approaches the wall. That clock will start going any second.
Oh, there she goes.
So David Camara is now on his way, starting the route. Very powerful start there. Feet up, and now he's up on the wall.
Yeah, David
And,
making little adjustments, say. And this beginning sequence, we saw a couple of athletes start it on the left and then sort of readjust and have to go on the right-hand side. It's quite awkward to read that starting move. But Eleanor with 12 now. She's got a long way to go. Silhouette with 42. is the one to beat on this one, and Caroline Herb, who came out first with 35 plus, is sitting in the silver medal position. And David Camera skips those feet through. He's got that right prosthetic, as you can see. Crosses in underneath, and you can see how steep this section of the wall is from this wonderful shot here. Eleanor Rubin. On the left from Team USA. Big squad here as usual from Team USA. And David Camera working quickly through the overhanging sequence here. Bumps up the left foot.
So Eleanor Rubin now nearing the roof. Let's see how she sorts the feet down there.
Yeah, I love this roof picture. It's one of those things you look at and you think, I really want to climb that thing. She gives a little wave to the crowd as well. That's lovely to see. And the atmosphere, Sebastian, I mean, look, we talked about it earlier on, but there's a heck of a crowd in this stadium, isn't there?
Oh yes, we had a Speed Euro Cup earlier before, and people just stayed inside, so the stadium was pretty full, and it's an amazing atmosphere here in Laval. I mean, it's the climbing stadium is quite known for a lot of competitions here, and you really see that the climbing community is here and cheering our athletes on the wall.
Yeah, and it's good to see this final World Cup of the year coming after the World Championships, of course, but another opportunity for our athletes to show everything they've got. And look at this big boost out onto what is a jug, but it's so blind, isn't it, Sebastian? You can barely see that thing.
Oh yes, and I think during route observation there were quite some discussions there around how to solve it. The stadium is huge, and I'm pretty sure they might enjoy. They enjoyed the same section of the wall in qualis, by the way, and all the routes were reset just within a few hours for final session now.
Our route set is doing a fantastic job as usual. And Sebastian, I'm sure you'd like to be out on the wall. You've got full commentating and climbing club duties this weekend, and I can't wait to see the content that you guys are producing.
Oh yes, it was a completely different role this time. It's quite, let's say, unusual to go to a climbing competition but not having or not being allowed to climb something.
It's all right. Maybe we can sneak you onto the wall at some point. All right, Eleanor Rubin, meanwhile, comes back and forth. She's now brought that left foot high. But you can see this transition over to the left, especially with that left impairment, is proving problematic. And I think she somehow needs to bump that right foot up, perhaps, somehow.
Yes, the route set has created a little crux here, indeed. Some kind of a body positioning puzzle, which ends up in a pressing up move after you brought your feet over to the left. But let's see how Eleanor solves it down there.
Yeah, this is a real fight. She's managed to work her way through that right foot movement, but where's she going to go with that left foot? The right heel's dug in underneath, and no, she falls. And now, Sebastian, I'm frantically refreshing my screen. Where's she going to go? Silver! So just 1 point behind Silhouette Tetaz here.
Yeah, what a strong performance, and still one climber to go. Let's see how it ends up at the end of the results table.
Yeah, and it is Lucia Capavilla. So if you've got sort of a circle around athletes who could possibly beat Silhouette here, Lucia is surely one of those, eh?
Yes, she qualified best in the qualification session earlier today. That's the reason why she's climbing last. And, well, we miss our world champion. She's not competing today. So Lucia Capavilla is going to start in a few moments. And meanwhile, on the right, we have Thierry Delarue from Team France starting now his route. He's the reigning world champion. Just coming from Seoul, got gold medal there. He took a little pause in the past years, and now he's back.
Yes, can Team France make an impact on this podium? Currently it's Spain, Italy, and Italy leading the way on that. Michel Maggioni with 25 in the danger zone in terms of podiums. And Thierry more than capable of doing this one.
I'm pretty sure Thierry, as he won almost everything possible, will give a strong statement on this route.
Yeah, and Lucia is underway on the left. So there are two legends on the route, Sebastian, right now.
Oh, yes. At the same time. Lucia on the left and Thierry on the right. Team Italy, Team France.
All right, let's see if these powerhouses. And of course, Thierry in front of his home crowd here in Laval, so he's going to have even more motivation to get this done. That was a little bit of a moment there. He nearly made a bit of a mistake crossing through.
Yeah, but I think it was maybe just a little let's take a moment and then move on. So Thierry, now, let's see how he route reads this section, because I'm pretty sure he's going to find a good solution for that. So Thierry, one of those climbers climbing with the prosthesis. Stay tuned for the World Climbing Club. We will have something special there about prosthesis and future developments. And yeah, Thierry, now bringing the feet over there.
Yeah, this is good
work. One of the steepest part of the section.
Yeah, he's doing well here. And you're right about the steepness, Sebastian. I love this camera angle because it just shows how steep as it rises up from the ground.
Exactly. You see the chalk pack dangling there in the back, which actually shows the real angle of the wall. It's he's hanging almost horizontal there.
And I love the shadow that Lucia comes into on this wall, on this stalactite feature, as you said. Right.
The shadow under the roof.
Yeah, and she launches into this spider-like heel hook on the stalactite itself. Making
Thierry made quite good work on this donut turning move there, just making quick progress towards the right. And yeah, we have Lucia now at the end of the roof, bumping up
and Thierry in some problems here, I think. He's trying to wrestle his way through on that slope with Sebastian.
Oh, yes, she does. So we have an interview guest here, Matt. We have one of our route setters on the microphone. So
awesome. I'll let you take it away then, Sebastian. I'll be quiet for a bit and you can you do the speaking.
Okay, so present yourself. Who are you? Let's talk about your role here at this competition.
Yeah, hello. I'm Noel Heckel. I work as a head route setter for this competition, along with a great team.
Nice. And what have you seen from the competition so far? What are your thoughts?
These athletes are very strong, very talented, and they like to push.
Oh, yes. So the route on the right, Thierry, now our reigning world champion, now on this head wall section. You said it's like a really powerful head wall section there with the elevator door ending. What do you think, like, when the route settings is done? Do you, like, think a bit like, okay, how might he solve it? Do you focus on certain athletes, or how do you approach it?
Absolutely. This is definitely a problem-solving position, and he's getting through it just fine now. He had matched hands, and now he's making the right decisions. So we may see a top here.
Well, almost foot slip there from Thierry, but he's now nearing the elevator door position, so he has to switch hands, right?
Yes, he matches hands here, and then tries to open the elevator doors.
So the first time that we might see it no, we lose Thierry, almost. One move short from the top. I think this was the exact same move where we lost Urko, right? Before?
Yes, exactly.
So it will be very interesting to see. It might turn out that Thierry will get the top position because of
Sebastian, I can update you on this one. 45 means he does take the gold medal. Same score as Urko, as you were saying. So that's France, Spain, and Italy on the podium.
Oh, wow. So what a strong performance. But when you do the route setting, you test everything, right?
Absolutely. Test everything, both sides, so all categories.
How often do you climb the same route? Because you're mimicking different impairments, right?
Absolutely. It's a team of us, and usually about 3 or 4 times a piece.
And it's always the same route setter who just, so to say, like tries left hand impaired, right hand impaired, left leg, right leg?
Not always the same route setter.
Okay.
Usually we test, maybe someone tests the lower extremity, both sides, and somebody will test the upper extremity, both sides.
So it's always the same route setter who does the right-left testing?
Yes.
Right? And then you move on to the next and, so to say, exchange route setters in order not to get too exhausted, right?
Absolutely.
So how many days does it take actually to set for such a competition?
We had 5 days to set for this competition.
So, and you set how many routes in that time?
10 routes, 4 finals, and 6 qualifiers.
Wow, impressive. So, if you then you put little marks on the holes and the wall, right?
Yes, we do tick marks to indicate where the holds were at before taking them back down.
Exactly. And then you put each route, so to say, in a box, which is then stored away. And how does it work then? When it's, so to say, like final times, you just pull the box and
Pull the box and look at the numbers and look at photos that we take of the route.
okay,
Line up the tick marks and reassemble the route.
and that works all the time.
It works all the time.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So now we have a new climber on the wall. Now a new sport class is underway. So
Yes,
women's
and
AU3.
Sebastian, let me just update you on a few things here, because women's AU2, Elena Rubin winning that one, so followed by Silhouette, followed by Lucia Capavilla after that. So Lucia not managing to get the gold medal on this occasion. 35 plus leaves her with the bronze here.
That's an interesting change, unexpected.
And this is a first final for Eleanor.
Yes, to get a gold medal.
Yes.
Indeed. That will be a good celebration tonight, right?
Yes, yes, it will.
So, women's AO3 on the left. AO3 means we have a finger impairment, so that means those athletes still have a wrist. And so we just focus, so to say, on finger impairment. But Ria, for example, she has no fingers at all on the left hand, so she might use a completely different climbing technique than other athletes who are, like, for example, have some fingers left. So, Noel, how do you mimic such impairment? Do you tape fingers together, or how do you do it?
No, oftentimes it's the side of our hands, or just understanding the amount of in cut that the hold has to have,
Yes.
so that the athlete can get purchase on it.
Okay. So, and in general, when you do also, you know the athletes quite well, right?
Yes.
Over all the years. But if you get new athletes, how do you get infos on them?
The new athletes show us what they have as well as soon as they show up to the competition, so we
Right.
take notes and study them just as we study the veterans.
Yes, but also I heard you also do sometimes social media research, right?
Absolutely, I do. I follow a lot of these athletes on social media, and they're showing me what they can do.
So a little hint to all the athletes, show your climbing on social media as well, and not just a little bit, but a bit more, right? So that you can get a bit more information out of that. So we are now taking a little rest there on the roof. And when you see those climbers one after another for all the different sport classes on the same route, do you make notes also during finals, like, okay, we need to readjust this or for the future?
In qualifiers, we make a lot of notes to
Okay.
adjust the finals, absolutely. And then in the future, yes, some of the athletes, some of the categories are very close in competition.
Yes.
And so we have to definitely dial the route to provide separation in that category.
Okay, so you if too many athletes are ending on the same score, you really think like, okay, how could we create a section which could divide better?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Right.
That's nice to hear.
Sebastian, let me interrupt you, because we've got some stuff going on here. Eleanor Rubin's score is under appeal currently. So that 42 might change, which would make a big difference to the overall, because Silhouette is on 42 plus in women's AU2 category. So a little bit of drama going on there. So Ria Grindle now looking upright, just about touches that jug, pulls it back, hits it now fully. Good work from her. And that was a great little turn of the roof there. And then Ria
So
looks
intense
back.
section there.
Yeah, she's kind of looking back down, trying to find a foot, I guess, underneath Sebastian.
Oh yes, and there she goes. We lose Ria just off the roof, but what a strong performance. So I say goodbye to our guest in the commentary box. We leave our route setter go outside to watch the comp from there and to take some notes for further analysis. And thank you very much.
Yeah,
and
thanks. It was good to be here.
and
Thank you, mate.
fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, well, we will wait for the confirmation of that appeal then that we were talking about here. I'm trying to update results at the moment, just to make sure where we're at for this one. She comes back. Team Germany, Sebastian, I know you were very much part of this squad in the last couple of years, and I'm sure it was a bit of a surprise for them to see you in your new role here, but any sort of insights you can tell us about Team Germany?
Well, yeah, I kept it as a secret, and I told no one, basically. And they were all quite surprised to see me here. So Rosalie Schaupert now being tied into the rope. Rosalie also on AO3 sport class, our reigning world champion at the moment.
Yes, exactly that. Well, we will wait and see. We're having a little bit of issue with some of the results at the moment, but I'm going to try to keep you updated. But we have, here we go. So Ria Grindel was on 35 plus. That was her score. So that's what Rosalie has to get.
Let's see how Rosalie does on this route in general. I think she will maybe show us a completely different solution here. Rosalie, by the way, we know her for many, many years, and she was waiting for years before she was allowed to compete on the senior paraclimbing. Well, paraclimbing at all, because she was then going at just being 13 years old to able-body competitions, to local competitions, to get a competition. So she was just waiting at that year for the year she got 16, and she just went from being new to the highest levels.
Yes, and the appeal, by the way, has come through. So Ruben has score will be updated to 41, but it does mean Silhouette will still win gold on that one. So thank you to the team keeping me updated behind the scenes here. All right, so Rosalie enters the wall section, this looming feature in the middle of our wall. 35 plus is the high point to get. We're only 3 athletes in this category, Sebastian, so she's guaranteed a medal, but she's going to want it to be gold, right?
Yes, sure. So Rosalie now entering the roof. Switching hands there, trying first with the other one. Now sorting the feet, putting a good hook there. Not staying too much in there, not resting too much, so now looking back down into the crowd, taking a little shock. Swinging the rope around the hole there. It's also very important not to get tangled up somehow. So come on, Rosalie. Now getting out of this overhang, back on the angle, which will pull a little less on her hands.
Yeah, exactly. This section, I kept saying it was like a sort of a slab of a wall feature here. This is such an interesting wall, and as we heard from our setter, interesting to set on as well. But this traverse drifts, doesn't it, all the way out to the left towards that HBO Max sign there.
Yes, and then back up right towards the top. Now Rosalie doing some kind of undercling, feet positioning, and as the route setter said, this is a really complex puzzle they put there on the wall. So we will now see if Rosalie can solve it. I think from the score this should be already a top medal position, no? But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just going to update things from my end and have a little look. It should be, because 35 plus was needed, and yes, now on 40, so that does mean she moves into the gold medal, so guaranteed a silver for Rosalie.
So Rosalie doesn't know yet, and she doesn't care, because she just wants to do the best.
Yes, and with Oriane to come next, you know, she needs to put some distance between the top qualifier as well. So let's see if she can claw her way up through a few more of these holds here. Really tenuous stuff as she wraps those arms around the giant black volume.
So getting a little chance to take a little pause there, trying to sort the hands, choking up before, and now she decides, okay, I need to go up further, because she needs to put the feet over to the left, not the hands, on the little volume there. Now grabbing this like a side hold, but it's not that good as it looks like, so a very intense stemming move there. You see she just doesn't know really how to grab this.
Yeah, she didn't, but she worked out here and then found that left foot that she's got to trust all her weight and do a big pop out to the left. So this is the move of her comp right now. And I'm not sure exactly what the time is, but it's going to be ticking away as well. She's got to keep an eye on that.
So now she has to press and stem against that hold. No, there's not much that she can hold on there, but she does somehow, and she still chalks up there in this position. Incredible.
Yeah, desperately trying to get some kind of chalk on that hand, as you say. I mean, up there in the lights, it's the sweatiest place to be for sure.
Indeed. Actually, it was meant to be pressed against this hold, and she's trying to hold on the foothold somehow there. But, well,
Oh
if
no!
it works,
Bit of it looked like almost more of a mistake than a fall there. She tried to bring the right hand up and under, couldn't quite get the second press. She spirals down, but we wait to see confirmation of the results here, and it is going to be 47. Wow. So Oriane, who will come out in a couple of seconds, has a big task ahead of her here.
yeah, that was a really, really strong performance from Rosalie, and she's almost never happy when she comes off the wall, because you always say, I could have done better, and you see in her face. she doesn't really know yet that this was such a strong performance. Rosalie, you will realize later.
Yeah, exactly. It's often hard when you leave as an athlete, don't you? Because you're disappointed you didn't quite get to the top, but, you know, we know how good she is on that one.
Oh yes, definitely. So we're now waiting for the last climber from this sport class, Oriane Pete from Team France.
Yeah, so there she is, Oriane, in front of her home crowd, climbing last, having qualified in first. What a position to be in for any athlete here. This is going to be such a big moment in her career right now as she approaches these white volumes. And Sebastian, I've kind of lost track of where we are in this one. The route on the right-hand side, are we seeing any more there, or are we done with that?
No, we are done with that.
Okay.
The men's AL2, as far as I know, if I sorted the papers correctly, was the last sport class climbing on that.
Oh, I know you
So
sort
we
the
only
papers
have-
correctly. I trust your paper sorting skills.
So we had 3 men's sport classes on the right today, and they all climbed already. And so now there's just the women's AO3 on the left. And yes, then that's it for the competition. So
Yeah, so we're approaching the sort of last couple of categories here, as Sebastian said. Oriane chalking up down low, doesn't want to make any mistakes low on this route. We haven't seen many early falls actually, which is good.
yes, indeed. Well, this is the last sport class running for tonight on the left. And Oriane also the last climber. So making good progress here in the beginning of the route.
Yeah, exactly. Looks around the corner.
Now nearing the roof, sorting the feet there. Switching once again. So Team France being strong behind this, cheering her up. Looks like she's struggling a bit there and hesitating, not being sure which way to go.
Yeah, it was a long reach, wasn't it? She had to stretch that right hand far up, and she's trying to flick the rope out. She doesn't like the position of it, and now I think a little bit more happy. Because, of course, coming into this overhang, you don't want that rope behind you. You want it in front of you in order to sort of keep it pressed against the wall.
Exactly, because in case of a fall there and the rope is behind you, you might have it around your neck when falling, and this is exactly what you not want.
Yeah, so she made that adjustment well. The music ramps up a gear in the background here. 3 minutes 52 on the clock, so plenty of time. And here we go into this launch. That heel hook, so important to press your body into the stalactite.
Yes, definitely. Now going up with the hands into the head wall, bringing the feet also outside this very overhanging horizontal section, making quick progress there. Let's see how she approaches this body positioning puzzle there.
Yeah, she's standing up. Now, there is some friction for that right foot, but there's also a section of no friction right on the very, very edge here, so she's going to have to be careful with that one.
So now trying to lean back again, sorting the feet first. Now she's grabbing to the left with her feet, and now Traversing also with the hands. Looks like she's in quite stable position there right now.
Yeah, she looks all right, and that right crimp is fairly in cut. It's not too bad, and we've seen a lot of athletes shake out and rest here, pressing those hips into the wall to take a bit of pressure off those arms.
Orientate.
I love the French allées, Sebastian. It's great.
Ah, yes. So, now she's moving on further to the left. Let's see how she solves it there. Which hand first? Want to go around the volume? Do you want to press on top or on the right side? You have lots of options there, which is good for para. Like evens out right and left differences. What they absolutely have to make sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's great setting. It was good to hear from Noel earlier on about that. Right, up she comes. Small jib to be had. Oh, no, no jib to be had. Sorry, she's just wrapping that arm around. Elbow in action. So much skin, hey, Sebastian, in order to make that move.
Oh, yes, and all those holds are brand new. So, there might be some skin... yeah.
Left behind, for sure.
Left behind, taken off today.
Right, she bumps that left foot now. Now let's check these scores here because Oriane is coming up to it. She's in silver 44. She needs 47 to try to get the gold medal here.
Yes, we remember Rosalie just came to the next volume to the left with her hands. No, she's
She
hyping
really
the
comfortable.
really comfortable resting position there.
That was half hype, half chalk, I think, going on with that one.
Turning.
She's got a knee bar.
Now, knee bar, yes.
Full knee bar.
Wow. Did our route setters intend that, actually?
Oh, I love it. I love a unexpected knee bar high up on the roof.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I'm not sure.
And we see it quite often in para.
Yeah, I'm not sure it helped her in any way, but it was brilliant to see. But she is approaching the 47 mark now.
So that's the exact hold where Rosalie was when she fell. So now is the point where it will decide who's going to take the gold medal. Will it be Oriane?
Oh, now this is going to be close, hey? Well, wait and see. Hold your breath for the moment, Sebastian. I am refreshing my screen like a maniac, and yes, 47 means she does take the gold medal. Great
I think
stuff.
it's maybe it's the same ranking as Rosalie, right? And
yes,
just count back to quali, what brings her the gold medal.
Exactly that, Sebastian. So 247 scored. Ria down with 35 plus takes the bronze medal for Germany. And wow, what a crescendo, what an end to women's AU3. And listen to that crowd chant in the stadium. It's football styly here.
Indeed, yes. The French crowd is in full party mode here.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah, so Matt, how was this first round for you today?
Yeah, very, very interesting. Yes, it was an interesting one. It's I just love the style of the two routes, to be honest. That massive route feature on the left-hand side is just such a stunning feature. And then the right, the curve of that on that really overhanging surface and endurance-based results. Well, look, Sebastian, we're looking at the full results now. Men's RP3, Tadashi Takano leading the way, over Jamie and Camille in third place, picking up that bronze medal, followed by Jordi Cruz Gomez in fourth. Close between all those three. And then Marina Diaz, 51. She leads for Brazil, another gold medal for the Brazilian athlete, followed by Laura and then Charlotte in third. Great Britain taking their first medal of the comp with a bronze. And Lena just pushed outside by a plus down to fourth.
Very close competition there.
Yes, exactly. Mason Kirk, 28 plus. Same score as Dominic Geisler. Countback making a difference there. And then Bruno in third for him. And then Bentz down in fourth. And do remember, everyone, this is pending appeals. So this is the scores as we have them currently. And I hopefully will be informed if there's any appeals. And Jasmine Plank takes the gold medal for Austria. 42 over Chiara Kavina in silver. And Matoi Futohashi in third with the bronze with 32 plus. Just pushing Megan Gleeson out. Oh, sorry, quite away pushing Megan Gleeson down. 21 gets her fourth. And then men's AL2, Thierry Delarue wins yet again, but only just this time. Urko pushing him all the way, 45, count back again, and David Camera slips down into third, quite a way below our top two. Ones to watch for future fights on that one for sure. And then women's AU2, Silhouette Tetaz wins with a 42 plus. There was an appeal. It was sorted out with Eleanor Rubin being upgraded to 41. And Lucia Capavilla, a bit of a surprise, but she's down in 35 plus and in bronze, pushing Caroline down. Countback making a difference for bronze and fourth. Not often we see that happen for women's AU2. And then do we have any more results? Let's see. Yes, we do. Women's AU3, Oriane. She was the last climber out, 47, pushing Rosaline down with 47 as well. Countback making the difference, and Ria Grindle in third with 35 plus. Yeah, so Sebastian, climbing club, that's coming soon, right? Give us a little bit of a teaser of what we've got to come.
Well, we got 2 videos coming up soon, and a little grid walk and also an interview with some new technology and developments in paraclimbing towards more, let's say, development of future foot prosthesis. So keep updated by the IFSC. There's some interesting content coming up, and also the next final session is gonna run tomorrow in the afternoon, 2 o'clock local time here in Laval. And yeah, that's it so far for the moment. So Matt, any final words?
Yes, well, just a reminder, really, from Japan, the Masters event here, mixed event teams, men and women competing against each other within nationalities. You can go and watch the first climbing club that's available on YouTube, and the second one will come out sometime on Monday. And if you're available on Eurosport and all the other viewing platforms to check that out. We have a paraclimbing comp here, Sebastian, as well tomorrow. A bit different format, more of an exhibition. But that will come up tomorrow morning here in Japan. All right, well, with that, I think, Sebastian, we're going to say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for everyone working behind the scenes and the athletes. And Sebastian, I will see you tomorrow. Can't wait to conclude this competition and find out the rest of our medalists. So.
Oh, yes. Thank you. See you and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
sont prêts, ils sont déjà dans les starting blocks.
For the next podium, we're going to welcome for the Festival World Laval 2025, the men AU3 category. Please welcome the athletes. Alors, ça fait vraiment cette troisième place de la demande de cette compétition représentant la France, Bruno Guerre. First place and winner of La Festival World Cup Laval 2025, category men AU3, representing the USA, Mason Keogh. Congrats, guys. Congrats to all the athletes in this category. And all the coaches as well. I know it's a huge fight for them. Round of applause for this podium. And now we will ask you to rise. If you are able to welcome the national anthem of the United States of America. Congratulations, guys! Congrats. What a fight. Of course, all together picture. Et ce serait pas le premier podium international dessus, mais aussi ça. Ouais, encore une fois, les applaudissements bien forts. Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the next podium for the Women AU2 category. Please welcome the athletes. Third place, representing Italy, Lucia Capavilla. Second place, representing the USA, Leonor Rabin. Third France. That was awesome. Congratulations to all the athletes of the AUT women category, ladies and gentlemen. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, on continue avec notre avant-dernier podium de la journée. We are glad to welcome the next category, Men AL2. Please welcome the athletes Laval. Third place, representing Italia, David Camara. Second place, representing Spain, Coca-Cola Barranquilla. First place and winner of the IFBC Paralympic World Cup 2025, representing France, Chile. Il y avait de la densité dans cette catégorie AL2. Deux grimpeurs départagés, notamment sur le résultat du tour précédent, entre la première et la deuxième place. Un très beau combat, encore une fois. Et les athlètes nous ont régalé à la hauteur de l'événement pour cette dernière étape de la Coupe du Monde de la saison. Et c'est quelque chose d'aller chercher un titre de champion du monde de l'autre côté de la planète. C'est encore différent de prendre une médaille d'or à la maison. Applaudissements s'il vous plaît pour le retour à la d'Europe, mesdames et messieurs. Ladies and gentlemen, we now kindly ask you if you're able to rise for the national anthems of France. Mesdames et messieurs, notre dernier podium de la journée. Une incroyable journée, on va encore Vous êtes pour terminer. Ladies and gentlemen, for category woman AU3, please welcome